Okay, you guys, Mel is back and we're going to do this exercise. Go ahead and take it away, Mel.
All right, great. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to take you through a very short sitting in the power, and then we're going to ask Spirit to give us different impressions, a different impression via each clair, just for funsies. Okay. So what I want you to do is you can keep your eyes open, but a lot of times people will close them, and you're just going to bring your attention to your breath cycle. And all you're doing is noticing your breath cycle. You're not trying to control it. You just notice the inhale, notice the exhale. This just helps us start to clear our mind and bring ourselves into the present moment. And we're going to move a little quickly in this, but notice your breath cycle for 2 more inhales or exhales. And on both of these exhales, I want you to imagine that it's a cleansing breath, that it's allowing your body to relax. It's bringing you closer to becoming a clear channel for spirit. And if your mind feels busy, you'll just bring your focus back to your breath. Noticing the inhale, noticing the exhale. And now on the inhale, you're going to start to imagine. If you sense something great, if you don't worry. You can just know that it's happening. But on the inhale, you're going to imagine that your consciousness is reaching out to all things. And a lot of us believe that we're all profoundly connected through consciousness. So this is really the natural thing that it does. So on the inhale, it's like your spiritual energy, your consciousness is reaching upward and outward. Maybe it's starting to fill the room that you're in. And then again, your exhale is that cleansing breath. Inhale, expand. And along with this, your awareness is expanding. The veil is thinning. And exhale, let it be a cleansing breath. Now, at this point, you might very quickly start to feel some kind of ever so subtle shift, but it will be ever so subtle. It's like, well, do I feel lighter? I don't know. Is my temperature slightly different? I don't know. Do I feel loving energy around me or something? I don't know. Maybe. And now I want you in your mind to just invite the spirit world, the consciousness of the spirit world, to come and blend with your consciousness. It took me a while before I noticed kind of feeling denser energy over on my right side, but that's just how I feel. It doesn't need to be how you feel it. And you may not feel it or sense it at all. Sometimes we imagine this point of light over our heads just coming down and, bathing us in light. You're just focusing on that breath. Your consciousness is ever expanding as you inhale. And then as you exhale, you're having that cleansing breath, relaxing the body, becoming the clear channel for spirit. Inhale, expand, blend with the spirit world. Exhale, relax. I'm just going to give you 30 seconds here, and then we're going to ask the spirit world to send us some impressions. For now, just stay with the breath. Inhale, expand, exhale, relax, and see if you notice any ever so subtle sensations. Now we're going to ask the spirit world to show you something, to send an image to you. Okay, so hopefully you have the image. And it was like you weren't thinking about it, and then all of a sudden it just dropped in. Now, if your active mind is turning on, that's okay. It will be just as helpful of a lesson. Maybe your mind just went to something you were just thinking about. But if not, maybe something just came in and you were like, oh, I wasn't thinking about that a moment ago. Hold that impression in your mind, that image, and see if you understand the meaning behind it. So you see it, and it's giving you the sense that, or it's giving you the feeling that, and whether it was clear or not, we're going to erase, let that go. And now, Spirit, can you send us a sound? Maybe you start hearing the sound, and then again, I cue myself. I'm hearing, and it's giving me the sense of, okay, good. Now, Spirit, send us a feeling. It could be a sensation around some part of your body. It could be an emotional feeling. It could be some kind of texture that you start sensing. I'm feeling this, and this is making me feel as if maybe that will help you understand the meaning. And even if you only feel like you understand the meaning of one thing you get, all good. And now we'll do one more. Spirit, send us something that we can know. And you can cue your mind and say, I know. And then just wait patiently. See what drops in a quick flash. I know XYZ, and it's giving me the feeling that. And then if you've just done this exercise, you can slowly kind of bring your consciousness back to the room, and you might want to write down any of the things you received and any of the meanings that followed up. Did you have any, Jen, that you wanted to share?
I totally just went through a whole scenario. And you know what the funny thing is, and it's because an apple popped in early when we were talking anyway, but I had the same apple. It sliced on a plate with peanut butter and brought me to my grandmother's house where she used to give that as a snack. And I was sitting with my grandma, but it didn't feel like it was about me and my grandma. And all of a sudden then I heard the phone ring. You did she had like the old school rotary dial and a little rocking chair next to it. And I realized when that rang that it was my brother sitting in the rocking chair. And he answered the phone, and whoever was on the phone wanted us to go home. And he didn't want to go home. And then when you said like a knowing, I knew immediately why he didn't want to go home. We had bad things happening in our childhood home. And what came through, honestly, in that moment was
clarity.
I know what's that?
Is clarity about the past?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah.
Something you know now that you didn't realize at that moment.
Yes, because what happened was I had a knowing all of a sudden, like I know why he doesn't want to go home. And I knew it was for a different reason than me, but that we have a shared connection to the reason we didn't want to go home. It came through more as that, which my grandmother is deceased. My brother is not. But I think Spirit took me back to that scenario and connected me to my brother's feelings, not my own.
It's for an understanding, right? Because Spirit loves to come through. They come through why? To give messages, to create understanding, not just connect, a lot of times to create understanding. So that's happened several times where I'll be going through getting impressions and Spirit will be giving me something. And all of a sudden I get clarity around something I didn't understand from the past, which affects my relationship in a positive way going forward.
No, and that's what I mean. You guys, it doesn't have to be a past loved one that you're channeling through messages. Like for me, I connect more with angels and spirit, right? That come through to give me information, and I have knowings for others then through a reading way. It's not evidential mediumship like you do, where it's like they're showing me who died and when. Mine's more storytelling. Yeah. Cool. Anyway, that's what the exercise do. But listen, don't judge by me, you guys. Everyone's going to have their own experience when you go through this. So you just open your mind and go with it. That's what you were meant to see. Yeah, you're going to see whatever everybody on the other side needs you to see.
100%. Yeah. And you can do this exercise in any way. Like once we sit in the power, let's say that there's a different language or you use a different vernacular. Okay. So maybe you say, okay, I'm connecting with source, or maybe it's higher self. Maybe you're a religious person and you do like to use God and Spirit doesn't work for you. Or maybe it is Spirit, or maybe it's spirit world. Use what works for you to feel like this great connection.
Terminology doesn't matter. Whatever resonates for you, that's what you use.
Yeah. Agreed.
Spirit's not picky like that. Like, oh, you didn't call me by the right name. They don't care. They don't care. Like, yeah, they're like, that's silly human stuff. They don't care about any of that. That's what's coming from me.
There is a lot of silly human stuff they don't care about.
It's nothing but silly human stuff, in my opinion. Like, we're a big old shit show. That's what I'm saying. And it's supposed to be. I think
that's a generous statement
learned
right now.
My God, yes. Yeah, there's a lot going on, you guys. So work with stuff like this. Turn the news off and start channeling some fun spirit. Yeah, and send out love throughout the world. That's one of the only things we can do right now is send the highest frequency we can possibly send to this entire earth right now. To me, that's the most important thing right now.
Well, that was my claircognizant download during this was I got a few things. And at first I realized it was mind because I can attune to the difference. And the last thing I heard that I knew was it's time to go to the next level in terms of releasing fear about how this is all going to turn out, what's going to happen, the future for your daughters, things like this. And I was like,
you got to release it all and
drop.
Send out. All we can do is all individually send out our love and light, right? Keep a high frequency of love, which is, I think, the highest frequency, one of them. Authentic love.
Authenticity. This is the new thing going around.
Yeah. Authenticity is the highest, but to me, it's the most important thing we do is authentically send love, right? Can't be fake. And then I don't think we can get a higher frequency. And that's about the best thing we can do for the people that have to live with us. And then we can send it out to the whole damn world and hopefully everything gets better. Yeah, we can't worry about it. We can't live in fear. Fear is too low of a vibe.
It is.
It is. All right, Mel, thank you so much. I'm going to let you get on with your day because John can talk for hours. So I'll let you go. But thank you so much. And you guys feel free to play this bonus content over and over until it starts catching, right? Let her guide you through it because it guided me through it perfectly. Yeah, I saw some things. So
I'm so glad. Thank you so much for having me. I'm really honored.
Yes. Okay. Thanks, Mel. See you later.
Okay. Bye.
Listen, I know your time is valuable. And right now, I'm feeling super grateful and totally humbled that you chose to hang out with me today. If this podcast resonates with you, could you do me a solid and hit that subscribe or follow button? That's going to help you out because you're never going to miss an episode. And it helps me out because you're never going to miss an episode. And if you have like 30 seconds more, could you leave a 5-star rating and maybe leave a kick-ass review? Thank you so much, and I can't wait to continue our journey on the next episode. Oh, and I can't forget the fine print. You know, the legal jargon. This podcast is presented solely for educational and entertainment purposes. We're just two friends on this journey together, and this podcast is not intended as a substitute for the advice of a physician, professional coach, psychotherapist, or any other qualified professional. You get it. See you next time.